back to my channel. I am Michelle Mills. I am an eczema coach and I help you guys heal eczema naturally. Today we are talking about Candida. I wanted to just give you guys a full encompassed video all about Candida because I've been getting a lot of questions over on Instagram about Candida and you guys have a lot of questions. So let's get into it and just let me get you some answers. What is Candida? When we refer to the word Candida, what we're saying is Candida overgrowth. So it's a yeast that can live on different parts of your body. So in your gut, in your mouth, it can be on your skin. In small, normal amounts, it's actually really healthy for your body. But the problem is when it overgrows. So there's a lot of different reasons why Candida would overgrow. Stress is actually one. Antibiotic use is a major one. So if you've recently used antibiotics or you have a history of antibiotics, you're probably really susceptible to Candida. So if you're a woman, you may have had an experience where you have taken an antibiotic and immediately got a yeast infection. It's the same sort of idea here. So this can also occur in your gut. And so for a lot of us, when we have eczema, especially if it's right here, if it is around your mouth, if it is behind your knees, these are really good indications that you are dealing with a Candida overgrowth in your gut. Now, having eczema in those places does not necessarily mean you have Candida. There's a lot of different root causes of eczema. One thing you can do is actually get a microbiome test to test for Candida to see if in fact you do have a Candida overgrowth. I think that it can be tested in a couple different ways. So if you know of a better test other than a microbiome test, you can comment that down below. When we are stressed out, we can cause an imbalance in our hormones. An imbalance in hormones can actually cause Candida to overgrow. Your diet can actually make Candida overgrow. This is kind of rare in a healthy gut for you to eat like too much sugar and develop Candida overgrowth. It's kind of in a gut that's very imbalanced already. It would be from eating a diet full of chemicals and things that are just so bad for your gut that cause leaky gut. If you're eating a highly processed diet, you're likely to have Candida. When it comes to antibiotics, it's an antibiotic, antibacterial. It is wiping all of the good bugs from your gut, and what is left is yeast. And with all of the good bacteria that is no longer keeping the yeast at bay, it often overgrows. So it is actually really common when you have eczema to also have oral thrush or vaginal thrush. It is common, it is something that you might experience. You may also experience underarm eczema. This is another sign that you might be dealing with Candida in your gut. What can you do about it? What can you do to relieve all of this? I have had Candida many times in the last 4 or 5 years. Actually, I've dealt with it a lot longer, but consciously I've been dealing with it for about 4 years on and off, and just really understanding it and really understanding how my body feels when I have it. So some signs physically that you may have it is the eczema, but it's also craving sugar or craving carbs. I remember I would eat something with sugar in it and I didn't want to stop eating it, or I would get done eating, felt like I needed to have something with sugar in it. I was craving sugar literally nonstop. There's like a certain physical feeling after you eat sugar if you have Candida. But one sign is if you eat sugar and your eczema flares, that's a huge sign that you have Candida. I actually learned that Candida can cause an overworked liver. So a lot of this stuff is super connected. But back in 2017, I was living away from my friends and family. I was in a new place. I was in grad school. And I remember I was eating Ben & Jerry's ice cream, like a pint a week. I was eating bagels and cream cheese. My eczema was spreading like wildfire. It was spreading so fast, it wasn't even funny. I have a long history of using antibiotics. I had dealt with stuff in college. So after college, my gut was very imbalanced. So I just remember like it was getting worse and worse and worse. And then this one day, it was like my dad's birthday, and I ate cheesecake. Cheesecake has dairy, it has gluten, it has tons and tons of sugar, and I literally had crippling pain, crippling nerve pain from the eczema. I felt like I was having like a full body flare. It was one of the worst experiences I've ever been through. And so in my process of healing it, I was actually able to heal it in 3 months to a really, really good place. If you've watched my previous Candida videos, this is the most current. So the very first thing that you're gonna wanna start with is this. This is a digestive enzyme specifically formulated to get rid of the biofilm that the yeast creates. So basically when you have SIBO or Candida, SIBO stands for small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or if you have Candida, these large colonies of gut bugs will create something called a biofilm, and it protects them. It's like this layer that is used for protection so that it can grow, it can feed, it can do all this bad things. This contains cellulase and protease. This breaks up the biofilm of the Candida. If you are going to just take probiotics, or if you're going to just get on the diet, I mean, even if you take an antifungal, I'm not even sure that it would get through the biofilm to the Candida. So in breaking up the biofilm, you're exposing it so then you can kill it off. We don't want to get rid of it completely, which is why I don't recommend antifungals. There is a complex ecosystem that exists in our gut. You need a little bit of yeast, you need a little bit of a bunch of different types of bacteria, and we are not trying to kill off Candida completely. We're trying to lower the overgrowth, okay? After you start taking this, so take it on an empty stomach. Check with your doctor or dietitian before implementing anything I say in this video. You guys know that if you're used to watching my channel. I want you guys to get on the Candida diet. You can go to thecandidadiet.com or whatever. You want to get off of grains like rice and oats. You want to stop eating sugar. But what you want to include is gut healing things like bone broth, cabbage, leeks, salmon. Cinnamon actually kills off Candida. Clove also kills off Candida. Caprylic acid from coconut oil kills off Candida naturally. Oregano oil does the same. Other symptoms of Candida is fatigue and brain fog. I've had the worst brain fog of my entire life over the past year related to Candida, and finally I'm actually getting a hold of it with this. So you're gonna start feeling better, your eczema is gonna start going away, you're gonna feel good, drink lots of water. And then when you enter phase 2, you want to start eating prebiotics and probiotics to make your gut more diverse so that you're creating that good ecosystem again where everything's gonna be in balance. In this next stage, you can start including grains a little bit more. Your body can now tolerate it. I'm gonna go grab a probiotic that I recommend just so you guys know. I'm currently taking and really appreciate Ancient Probiotics. This does contain like turmeric and ginger. If your liver is severely overworked or you're going through TSW, this probiotic might not be the right fit for you, only because some things in it might affect your liver. If you don't know what an overworked liver is, go check another video of mine because we're not talking about it in this one. That is stage 2. And then, you know, you just kind of wean yourself off as you're feeling better and better and better. And you can get tests done. You can get a stool test done in the very beginning, and after like a month or 2 doing this little protocol, see where your Candida is at with another stool test or another microbiome test. And I hope this video helps you. It is very condensed and explains a lot in a short period of time. I do hope that this helps you. I've dealt with Candida a lot and I feel very knowledgeable about it, so I really do hope this helps. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. I like crashing waves, but I wanna see them at first light after a long night and see the sky take shape. But I wanna see the stars.